والصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. اللهم اهدنا واهد بنا واجعلنا سببا لمن اهتدى. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to guide us and to make us a reason for others to be guided, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to teach us that which will benefit us and to benefit us with what He has taught us. The last lesson, the Farhan, you weren't here, we took something new, which is the Dama'ir. The Dama'ir is basically two types. Okay, you understand what the Dama'ir is as we explain it. Ad-Dama'ir. Ad-Dama'ir is the plural of Damir. Singular is Damir. Plural is Dama'ir. Dama'ir is of two types. The Dama'ir which are Muttasila and the Dama'ir which are Munfasila. The Dama'ir which are Muttasila, that's what we took the last lesson. What's the difference between the two? Basically, the Dama'ir which are Muttasil.
You put the shadda on the ta last time.
Muttasila.
Muttasilun.
Actually, it's not on the side, it's on the ta.
Yeah.
On the ta,
Yes. Muttasil. The Dama'ir which are Muttasila connect to the word, we said. Because Muttasil, sil, connect. Sil is connect. Munfasil, separate. So Munfasil is separate from the word. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what does He say about Yawm al-Qiyamah? What's one of the names of Yawm al-Qiyamah? Yawm al-Fasl. Inna Yawm al-Fasli kana miqata. Surah An-Naba. Why Yawm al-Fasl? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala separates the people into two groups. Those of the right and those of the left. Those who receive their books in the right hand, those who receive in the left. So Munfasil means to separate. So when the word is, when the Damir that is Munfasil, it means it's separate from the word. And when the Damir is Muttasil, it means it is connected to the word. And we took the last lesson what the Dama'ir al-Muttasila, what they are. We said there are 12. There are 12. There is Ya and there is Na. Ya and Na, we add them to the word. We add them to the word to give a specific meaning. So the Ya, when we add it to a word, you're saying me or mine. And the Na, when you add it to the word, you are saying we or ours. Right? So these two we call them
Mutakallim.
Al-Mutakallim. Al-Mutakallim. Al-Mutakallim is the one who is
First person.
speaking, the one who is speaking the kalam. Right? So for example, we said, if we want to say, for example,
Kitab.
Kitab. Kitab is on its own Kitabun, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we add Ya, it becomes Kitabi. We take out the Tanween Dhamma and we put Kasra on the Ba because after it is Ya. So the Ya has to be follow the Kasra. Follow, huh? Not preceded by. The Ya has to follow the Kasra generally in the rule, okay? So we say Kitabi, it means my book. And then we have Na, which is We don't change anything on the ba in this case. Why? Because it's not a mad. The noon is not a mad. Ya is a mad. Right? This is just a side note. People don't normally teach this, but just to understand why we don't change it, like we say, kitabu na. Right? We still say the dhamma. We don't say kitabana in origin.
Okay.
Why? Because kitabun is the origin, so we keep the dhamma. We keep the dhamma. And this is the mad here. Na. So the noon has a fatha. Because the alif is followed by the fatha, which is already on the noon. In this case, the ya, what precedes it is in the word that we are using, right? Simple? Or is that confusing the way I've explained?
But somehow, if let's say we add na
Yeah.
to the kitabun, basically in this example, so we keep the dhamma, and the reason of keeping the dhamma is
Yeah.
because
Because that's the origin.
that's the origin.
Because that's the origin here. Look. The origin. Kitabun. Right? That's the origin. If we want to add to it,
No.
na, we cannot say kitabunna because this is a dhamir muttasil. It has to be
Oh.
connected to the word. So we cannot say the tanween cannot be in the middle of the word. It has to be at the end of the word, right?
Yeah.
So what we do, we take off the tanween and it becomes kitabuna because that's the origin, dhamma. There's no reason to change the haraka, right? It stays in its origin. Can it be kitabana, kitabina? It can in the grammar, but that's different. We haven't taken the grammar properly yet, right? This is just the origin of the word. But with kitabi, kitab plus ya, we cannot say kitabuyi, right? Because the ya is a mad. Alif, waw, and ya are huruf al-mad. That's very important. Huruf al-mad. Huruf al-mad. Alif, waw, and ya. Remember them. If alif, waw, and ya come without a haraka, meaning without fatha, without dhamma, without kasra, then it is harf mad in tajweed. In tajweed. Okay? So for example, when we say kitabi, hada kitabi, right? We don't say kitabiyu or kitabiya or kitabiyi. We don't put a fatha, dhamma or kasra on the ya because it's a harf mad, which means it's just sukoon, it's just the mad to prolong the ba. So here, because of this, we cannot put the dhamma, it has to be kasra, so it can follow the ya. So the ya in origin before it is kasra, and the waw in origin before it is dhamma, and the alif before it is fatha, most of the time. Except with madlin, which we took in tajweed, okay? Okay, so here we have ya and noon with alif, na. And that's al-mutakallim, you're talking about the person who is talking, whether it's me as one person or we as a group of people. That's why we call it mutakallim. The one who is speaking, the kalam. The one who is talking, mutakallim. Then we have, after al-mutakallim, then we have the dama'ir, which are referring to the people that are being spoken to. The people that are being spoken to. Okay? So if you're speaking to someone directly, you say kaf fatha. You add kaf fatha to the word to the person you're speaking to if he is a male. And if he is by himself, singular. So you say هذا كتابك. Okay? هذه حقيبتك. هذا كرسيك. Okay? هذه طاولتك. Then if you want, if the person you're speaking to is a female, you just say ki. Okay? هذا بيتك. بيت. What's bait? House. هذه غرفتك. What's غرفة? غرفة is room. غرفة is room. Write it here with the new words. New words. غرفة. غرفة is room. Billy.
Yeah.
So ka, ki. Now we are still talking about the person that the speech is coming to. We're still talking about the person the speech is coming to. We want to say you too. We say kuma. Kuma. Okay? Kuma. هذه غرفتكما. 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 This room is for you two.
So this one regardless male or female,
It can be, this one can be male or female. And then if you want to say you all, we say kum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Yes. Good. Assalamu alaikum. You can say assalamu alayka. Assalamu alayki. Assalamu alaykuma. Assalamu alaykum. Okay, kum, you all. Huh?
When you go to the next one, then
It starts getting.
yeah, because we always say assalamu alaikum also for women, yeah. But now you're going to come
Yeah,
to women.
yeah. Actually, if you have all women, you should say assalamu alaykum. Kunna. Okay, kum.
But if he's doing that, maybe you're in the wrong room.
Yeah. Unless you're a teacher.
But I've never heard people saying assalamu alaikum now. When the women itself, when they go into
No,
the crowd,
the reason,
assalamu
right?
alaikum.
There's a reason because there are angels on your shoulders, okay, and the angels are masculine. When you say assalamu alaikum,
I know.
it's only one person, right?
I know.
It's for plural, right?
Right.
So when you say assalamu alaikum and there's even women,
But how do you know that the angel is?
because we know there's two on every shoulder.
No, why do you say it's male?
Because angels are male, masculine, right?
Don't know. Right?
Is this Aqidah class? Or Arabic class? Let's stick to Arabic.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if we start talking about the angels, we can spend an hour.
Look, we've got
The angels
people
are the angels are not women.
Yeah.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إن الذين لا يؤمنون بالآخرة إن الذين لا يؤمنون بالآخرة ليقولن إن الذين لا يؤمنون بالآخرة ليقولن أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. In Surah An-Najm, the second page, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says إن الذين لا يؤمنون بالآخرة ليسمون الملائكة تسمية الأنثى those who don't believe in the last day, in the Yawm al-Akhir, they name the angels by Untha, female names, Mu'annath. Why Untha? Why not Mu'annath? Why is it Untha, not Mu'annath? Because Untha is the female of Mu'annath. I don't want to confuse you. I don't want to confuse you. So the angels are definitely not female.
No, as in they don't have a sex, but
Yeah.
in Arabic language, they
Yeah.
will be referred to as a masculine.
In Arabic language, it's referred to as female in the because of the tal marbuta. So we use female words for
Linguistic.
malaika. Because malaika,
Oh yeah.
tal marbuta.
Oh, so I stand corrected.
Yeah.
Look,
Basically in Arabic class.
kuma. Okay, so kuma for two people. The sign of the jewel is this alif. That's the sign of the jewel. That's why we say Muslimani, Mu'minani, Sadiqani, right? Yani, Sadiqani. Why? Because the alif is the sign of the. Yes, we put alif and noon, but the sign of the muthanna is the alif. Okay, that's the main sign. Kum, you all. And then we have all female, kunna. Kunna. This noon, kunna, sign of the female. So from here we have from kaf, from ka to kunna, we have
Al-Mukhatab.
al-mukhatab. These are the people we are directing the speech to. We call that al-mukhatab because he's receiving the khutbah. He's receiving the khutbah. Al-mukhatab. Al-mukhatab.
So if let's say we give salam, just application question. If let's say we give salam to this one guy, so still we say assalamu alaikum.
You can say assalamu alaikum. You can say assalamu alaikum. But Arabic, not the salam is something different.
Yeah, so
Kaifaluki.
Yeah, sometimes the Arabic, even the Arabs, they use kum or nahnu, even if it's only one. Because why? Like respect or Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran, He says, Nahnu khalaqnakum. We created you. Is Allah we or is Allah one? Allah is one. But in Arabic this is like ta'adim. Out of yani, magnifying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because Allah is great. This is the speech, yani, we have created you, even though Allah is one. If I can say to you,
You never say ana.
He says ana also.
Is it?
فَعَبُدُونِي وَأَقِمَ الصَّلَاةَ لِذِكْرِي.
Yeah, no, but
Surah
ana.
Taha.
Ana.
Ana Allahi. In Surah Taha also, when he met Musa alayhi salam, he said, Ana, innani ana Allah. I am Allah. So there is ana and there is nahnu. But nahnu is like ta'adim. We call it ta'adim. Yani magnifying Allah, okay? And even when we use in Arabic, if you want to talk about the Arabs, if I meet Zaidi by himself, I can say, كيف حالكم? Even though in the language, kum is for many people, but it's just like, كيف حالكم? How are you? How? It's like in English, if I want to compare it to English, it's like saying, for example,
How are we today? You know, like I can ask that. I can say.
like how are you? How are you? How's everything? Someone asks you.
So
If you're with one person,
how are we today?
and you say, how are you? Alhamdulillah, we're good. For example, in English, maybe.
Like the Queen, you know, when she refers to herself as, in a plural form, when she's a singular.
Yeah. And the rule, take the rule. Try to use the rule.
Okay.
Okay, but just know as a side note that sometimes we can use, just like as on a conversational level, you can use plural for singular, as a side note. But focus on the rule, learn the rule, just focus on the rule. I don't want you to get confused, okay? So this is for al-mukhatab, the person you are speaking to. Then we have the person who is not present. The person who is not present. We use ha. Ha, we add it to the word for he, his. So for example, kitab, kitabu, hu. Kitabuhu, his book. His book. Doesn't mean not present, it doesn't mean that he's not around. He could be around, but meaning you're not speaking to him, and it's not the one who's speaking. It's not the first person, it's not the second person. So you could be present, for example, Nadim, and I'm speaking to Farhan, and I say, Aina kitabuhu? Where is his book? Okay, it doesn't necessarily mean he's not present, meaning he's not in the room. Okay? The origin is al-ghaib. We call this al-ghaib. The person who is ghaib, and he's not present, right? But not present meaning it's not the person you are directing the speech to, the person you are speaking to directly. Ha, so the ha we use it for the male, singular. Or we can use this ha. Right? They're both ha. This one connects to the word, the letter before. This one doesn't connect.
So when you connect, it becomes who?
Who in origin, because it follows the one before. Kitabu hu. But if I have jar, for example, min bayti, min from min bayti, because min is a harf jar, it makes the next word kasra. So we say min bayti he. The ha follows the kasra. The origin who, unless we have a reason to change it.
But if there's no jar,
there's no fatha. There's only jar. Bayti he. If it's fatha, if we have something that makes the letter before fatha, this remains hu. So the only time it becomes he is if it's kasra.
oh, okay.
Okay? It doesn't have fatha. Do you get that? So for example, look, bayti, bayt, min, aina, jit. Min aina jitta. From where did you come? Question. Min aina is always question. Aina is a question. Min aina jit. Where did you come? What would be the answer? Always when you start with min, you answer with min. Min aina jit. Where did you come from? Because aina is where. Min from. From where? From where? Jitta. Did you come? So the answer would have to start with min. Right? And min is harf jar. So if you want to say from my house, you say min bay. Farhan, can you tell me? Min bay. Min bay. I want to say my house. I came from my house. Bayti. Right? No. Bayti, right? Bayti. My house. If I want to say from the house, you can also say from the house, meaning from my house. From the house. I can say, look, min al bayt. Min al bayt. But this bayt would be kasra.
Oh.
We say min al-bayt if that's the end of the answer. But if we want min al-bayti, it has kasra because of
So,
jar. Right? So if I want to say I came from his house, I say min.
So the one before this is from the house, right? Min al-bayti.
Min bayti.
No, min al-bayti.
Min al-bayt.
From
the house.
From
Yes,
the house.
yes.
It could be any house.
It
right?
could be any house. But we use it, yani, if we usually talking about our own house. But it could be any house.
I just want to
Not any house, yani a specific house.
Yeah, you pointing.
Yeah,
to,
but yeah. Like for example, if we came from, we were all in the same house, and then we came. If I say min al bayt, you know the house that we were just at.
Yeah.
It's specific. But it's not necessarily. It's not specifying that it's your house, because that's bayti, my house. But if you want to say his house, from his house, say min. Its origin, it's baytuhu, right? Origin, it's baytuhu. But in this case, because we have jar, we make the ta kasra. The ta is kasra. Why? Because this is damir. It's not in the origin of the word. It's connected to the word, right? So when we have jar, what do we change? The end of the word. The end of the original word,
bayti.
which is bayt. So we say bayti, and the ha we also put kasra. It follows baytihi.
So if we start with half of jar,
Yeah.
the end should be kasra.
Yeah.
Yes.
Harf jar.
Yes.
Ism majroor.
Yes.
Ism
Majroor.
becomes
Ism
majroor.
majroor. But that's not the case for the fatha. That's not the case for the fatha, because in the fatha, just as we have huruf al-jar, which makes words kasra, the next word the kasra, we have huruf al-nasab, which makes the next word fatha. Like inna, we took inna al-muslimina wal-muslimat, right? The inna, don't think about that because we have different rules. Muslimina, and we have, right? But the rule is that we make, inna makes the next word fatha. So we say, innal bay. Its origin is innal baytu, right? But because of inna, we make this innal bayta. We make it fatha, right?
We haven't done this yet.
No, we haven't done this. What I'm just trying to show, why I'm going into this, because of this ha, damir. So I don't want you to get confused later when you see it kasra, but you don't see a fatha, and you, right? You don't need to know the rules. I'm just showing you that because well, my point is to get to the ha. So because this makes, and it's a good warm up also for when we get into the grammar. Because this makes the next word fatha. So if I want to say verily his house, I say inna bayta. Right? Because when the inna, where does the fatha come in? On the end of the original word.
So
Because the ha is a damir.
So become taha.
So here, in the case of the fatha, we keep the ha dhamma.
Oh, do you?
Ah.
Oh,
Do you get what I mean? That's why I wanted to explain to you. So the dhamma, it stays dhamma. The kasra, we change. Min baytihi. But inna baytahu. Okay? Because why? Because it's difficult on the tongue. The Arab, sometimes there's things that are against the normal rule because it's heavy on the tongue to pronounce. If I say min baytihu, it's like, it's not the way that Arab, and it's difficult. Baytihu, It's a bit difficult on the tongue, right? So they just make baytihi. They just flow
So if you took min out,
it. Yeah.
would that be baytuhu?
Baytuhu, yes.
Right.
Yes. Okay?
Baytuhu.
Yes.
Just a minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there you have to put tahu by tahu
Yes.
because you want to differentiate by taha, which is her.
No. Because
Inna-
ha is ha. Baytaha, inna baytaha.
Yeah.
It's not bayt. It's not ha with fatha. It's ha with mad alif.
Alif, yes.
So it's different. That's different. All right. Clear this one? Rub off.
So baytuhu,
Yeah.
is that the root word? Not root, but
The root is bayt. Baytun.
yeah.
Baytun is the root word. The root ism. Baytun. It's the name, a house, right? Or house. When you learn English in the books, they say house. They show you a picture of a house and they say
Baytun.
house, right? To show you that this picture is a house. But when you add the dama'ir, it gives added meaning. Baytuhu, his house. Baytukum, your house, all of you. Bayti, my house, right?
Can I just say like the ha itself, the marks should be maintained with dhamma because of the after before that either could be fatha or dhamma.
Say that again.
Means that the ha with the dhamma,
Yeah.
it will still remain with dhamma
It still remains with Dhamma.
if the
letter before is
the letter
fatha.
before is fatha.
Yes, correct. Correct.
If let's say
It only changes with kasra.
kasra,
That's it.
Right. Okay. That's
Okay.
Okay, what you are before you wrap that. Now that we're going to the next one,
Yeah.
which is her.
Yeah.
So how when you have huruf jar, how do you say?
Ha.
So mean by
We'll do example. We'll do example of her so you can see.
Yeah, we can do this. I just
You
want
wanna
to
do it,
teach.
yeah?
Say mean
Okay.
by
Bayti, look.
ha.
Min bayti.
Ha. So we don't.
Min bayti.
It'd just be min bayti, that's it.
Ha.
Oh, so it's okay. You don't.
Because why? This is
Alif.
following the fatha. Bayti. Ha. Ha is always ha. It's never. It cannot be here because the mad has to follow the haraka before. You cannot say he. The mad by itself doesn't have a sound. Mad, huruf al-mad, alif wa ya, they don't have a sound by themselves. It prolongs the sound of the letter before. So fatha prolongs the sound of the ha.
So in other words, if there's a ya,
So that means, okay, if you have mean the huruf jar,
Yeah.
you will be mean by t, the
Yes.
ta with the t,
Yeah.
ha.
Ha.
So if inna by taha,
Yes.
so ta.
Yes.
because
What changes is the ta.
Ta only.
Not the damir.
No damir.
Damir doesn't change.
Okay.
Only in the case of who. Only in the case of who.
Who it changes.
It can be kasra just for the tasheel al-lisan. Just to make it easier, lighter on the tongue. That's it. Easy way to put it so we don't get confused.
Yeah.
Okay. Otherwise, the damir does not change. It stays the same. So when we have something that changes in the grammar, it changes the end of the original word, not the damir. In origin. Okay. Is that clear? Can rub off?
Yeah. Okay.
Wait a minute.
You alright?
Okay.
Yeah. It's a bit hot. Then is the AC on?
should I turn the AC off?
Huh?
What did you say?
It's a bit hot.
Hot.
Is it on?
It's on.
Is it on low or?
I'll turn the other one on.
So maybe it's the durian.
yeah.
The durian is heating.
City, yes.
Yeah.
Are you alright?
Feeling dizzy.
You should drink water.
Yeah.
Maybe you're dehydrated.
Yeah.
Sugar. Do you have honey? Did you take honey this
Yeah.
morning? Every morning you have?
Honey is 3.
Okay, that's the ha. So ha is his. Then hers We're talking about now the female that is not present. We use ha. Ha. So same, ha is the same. If we want to say her room, what do we say?
Baituha.
Her room.
غرفة
غر
غرفة
غرفة
غرفتها
غرفة
ها
ha. Nothing changes. Her room. Ha. Do I say if I want to say this is her room? Do I say hada or hadihi?
Sorry?
If I want to say this is her room,
هذه
hadihi because
double
غرفة,
butter.
right?
Hadihi.
I see.
هذه غرفتها. That's a sentence. This is her room. هذه غرفتها. This is her room. If I want to say I came from يعني or I came from her room. جئت, which is the same words that we used before. جئت what? How do I say from? من. جئت من
غرفتها.
good. غرفتها. جئت من غرفتها. Is that right? No. Where's the mistake?
Tiha.
Oh yeah.
Huh?
Ghurfatiha.
Yes. Good. Why?
Min.
Because mean.
Yeah.
This is the origin. If we don't have anything to change it, then it would be Dhamma.
So what does ja?
So in this case,
Come on.
Ghurfatiha.
Exit, right?
Jitta, jittu, came. I came. Well, this is from the verbs. We'll take the verbs after we finish the names. Jittu, I came. From her room. Okay, if I want to say, verily, indeed, her room is big. Okay, inna, her room.
Tuha.
Huh?
Ghurfatuha.
غرفتها. Inna غرفتها.
Oh, inna ghurfataha.
Yes, good.
غرفتها.
Because of the inna. This is good. This is a good warm up for grammar. Inna غرفتها. How do I say big?
Kabir.
Okay, in this case, do I say kabir?
Obin.
Great. Her room is great.
Oh yeah.
Kabira.
How do you know that? You can answer me. كيف تعلم ذلك? How do you know that? Her room is great.
Don't implicate yourself.
No, you just answer. جئت من غرفتها. Because I came from her room. Right? كيف تعلم يا فرحان؟ لأنني جئت من غرفتها. Here in this case, إن غرفتها كبيرة. Why?
Because of inna.
No, because it's a feminine word.
Which one's a feminine
Oh,
word?
The room.
غرفة. Good. Because غرفة is a feminine word, so we say كبيرة. We don't say كبير. We're referring to the room, right? What's big? The room. The room is feminine, مؤنث. Therefore, كبير you use كبيرة.
Because you see Saghira.
صغيرة, yes. إن غرفتها صغيرة.
Oh my
Machines.
Tougher.
Is this enough, or do you want me to go a bit one more step further into the while we're doing sentences and jumla and?
No, I think that's enough.
Because I'm opportunist. There's a good opportunity now to show you how alif lam works.
Alif
Yes,
lam.
alif lam is very important.
Cause of ghurfa.
But so far you understand what I'm giving you, right? Now look at this. Pay attention. Don't write just yet. Pay attention. Finish what you're writing, and then I want you to focus. Ready? This is now. I'm going to show you something. Now we're going to be off this, but it's good because you're learning, and you can go back to this. Okay? Now I want to show you the role of the alif lam, how we can change. If we said that if we use alif lam, we cannot use tanween,
Yeah.
right? And if we use tanween, we cannot use alif lam. This is a good example. Inna ghurfataha kabira. It's a complete meaning. It's complete in its meaning. Verily, her room is big. If I put so is big, kabira, we put tanween dhamma. Kabiratun. Inna ghurfataha kabiratun. Right? Now if I change this and I put alif lam, yeah? If I say inna ghurfataha al-kabira to, yeah? Is that completing its meaning? Is that complete in its meaning? It's not complete. Because I'm changing the meaning now. Look. Inna ghurfataha kabiratun. Kabiratun, because it's tanween dhamma, it's saying, verily her room is big. So you're describing the room, it's complete. But this one I'm saying, if I take this out, inna ghurfataha al-kabira or al-kabiratu, I'm saying verily her room that is big.
Yeah.
What? What do you want to say about the room? I haven't mentioned yet. It's naqis. Al-jumla naqisa. The jumla is not complete in its meaning. It's missing something. Verily, her room that is big is nice. Jamila.
So here,
Look,
al
Jamila.
is the.
Yes.
That. Actually, you're referring to that.
Yes.
It should be alladhi.
Look.
Inna.
Indeed, her room, the big.
I'll go to alladhi. Look.
Yeah, I understand.
Look, inna.
Because now you're talking about kabira.
Inna ghurfataha. Yeah. Al-kabira. Yeah? Are you with me? Al-kabira to. We have alif lam here, right? Inna ghurfataha al-kabiratu. What? Jamila. Jamila is beautiful. Jamilatun. Inna ghurfataha al-kabiratu jamilatun. Verily, her room, which is big, is beautiful.
Is it because of the al-kabira to become as a isim? Suddenly become as a isim?
It's not complete in the meaning. Inna ghurfataha al-kabira. Verily, her room that is big. What do you want to say about the room that is big? What do you want to say about the room that is big? You're not describing the room. You're not saying the room is big. If you were describing the room, you would say, Inna ghurfataha kabiratun.
because if you take al-kabira 2 out, right, it's inna ghafurataha jamila 2.
Yes.
Right.
If you want to say verily her room is beautiful, you say inna ghurfataha jamilatun. Or if you want to say her room is big, inna ghurfataha kabiratun, without the alif lam.
But because we have 2 nouns, big and beautiful,
Yes.
right? So one is a definite, so that becomes.
So even by
Is that right?
yeah, so definite. That's why we use definite.
Yeah.
That's why we use specific.
Yeah.
We don't always say the, because sometimes it doesn't give the meaning, the literal meaning of the. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. In this case, it's like which is, if you want to translate, right? Verily, her room, which is big, what? Is beautiful.
Previously, you taught us al-ladhi, which is that.
Now you can still add alladhi. You can say inna ghurfataha, or you can say you wouldn't really use alladhi in this sort of sentence, but just to give you an example. Okay, look, if you want to add, but you understand this, the alif lam?
So al-lam means in this case is
Like which is.
Huh?
Which is. If you want to add alladhi, you can say ghurfatuha. Here, look, in this case, ghurfatu. Ha. Why?
Because without inna. So
Yeah, because the origin is
Yeah,
not
the
right.
origin,
Ghurfatuha. الذي or التي?
Al-alati.
Ah.
Alati.
التي, because you're referring to the غرفة.
Correct.
غرفتها التي كبيرة. التي كبيرة. Here we don't use alif lam because you're specifying التي, which is. This is saying which is also.
Okay.
Similar, same meaning. التي كبيرة جميلة. Right? جميلة.
So 2 ways of writing.
It's like another way of writing. غرفتها التي كبيرة. يعني, but this way we don't really use it like this. التي in this way. يعني, but it can be understood. This is more the proper way. But I'm just showing you that.
So how do you say that?
غرفتها التي كبيرة.
Do you join it? غرفة hal or غرفة
You join غرفتها التي.
Okay. كبيرة تا.
Yeah. غرفتها التي.
كبيرة روتو.
No, it doesn't really make sense. It doesn't really. It's not sitting right. It's not sitting right. But I just wanted to put it in just an allati to see allati here. It can be used in this sort of like because you're connecting something, right? You want to say that if you say, for example, you wouldn't really use allati in this sort of case. It doesn't sound. It doesn't sit right.
Okay.
You would say, for example, البنت التي جاءت من غرفتها.
Yeah, because that would make sense, right? Her room.
This doesn't make sense.
The one who
Yeah.
is big. That one makes sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Look, I'll give you this one for التي. البنت. Yeah. The girl التي, who is, who التي جاءت, right? جاءت. البنت التي جاءت
Nothing. The one, right?
yes من غرفتها Jamila.
Sorry, is that Ja'id?
Ja'at.
So the Hamza is joined to the T. The
So that's not joined. And
Ja'ad.
I think this is actually like this. Yeah. Ja'at. البنت التي جاءت, the girl who came from her room من غرفتها جميلة is beautiful.
Why? So it's Jami, so it should be Fatha. Jami, Jim.
جميلة
Not
on the lam, you mean?
Jim.
Jim kasra. Jamila is. Sorry.
Also the one at the top.
Jamila. Is that right?
Also.
Yeah. Focus here on التي. البنت التي جاءت من غرفتها جميلة. The girl who came, this is like who in this case, right? Female. البنت التي جاءت من غرفتها جميلة. Do you understand the idea? It's more important that you understand than write this, because this is like, we'll take more of this later. But you understanding the concept, Nadim?
Just on the
Yeah? This is just التي.
Can you just explain it again?
البنت التي, the girl,
Yeah.
who,
Yeah.
التي in this case was female, you're referring to the girl.
The one.
Yeah. The one who جاءت came from her room غرفتها من غرفتها from her room جميلة is beautiful. The girl that came from her room,
So the girl is beautiful, not the room, right?
yes, the girl is
Yes.
beautiful.
is beautiful. Oh, okay.
Yes, and because it's referring to the girl, because it's Jamila is referring to the girl, that's why it's Tal Marbuta, Jamila.
Why can't that mean the room is beautiful? The girl.
Because
who
you're
came-
saying the girl who came
Yeah.
from the room,
which is beautiful.
no, Jamilatun is beautiful. The girl, we're talking about the girl.
Okay,
If you want to talk about, if you put Al Jamila,
Or if you put al
you're referring to the room.
غرفتها,
Then if you say البنت التي جاءت من غرفتها الجميلة, you're saying the room is beautiful.
yes. Oh, the al would be on Jamila, not the غرفتها.
If you put al here,
Yes.
if you put al
Yes.
Jamila, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you put al here, then you're referring to the ghurfa.
I see.
Because look, you'll be saying al-bintu allati ja'at, the girl, the one who came from her room,
Yeah.
the beautiful.
Right.
Meaning came from her room, which is beautiful. What? You haven't completed the sentence.
Yeah.
Jamila.
Yeah. Came from the beautiful
Right?
room.
What if you put al on the غرفتها?
No, Jamila, you can add another something else to talk about, the girl.
Yeah. The beautiful room, something like that.
For example,
Yeah.
صغيرة. We want to say the girl is small.
Yeah.
البنت التي جاءت من غرفتها الجميلة صغيرة. صغيرة referring to the girl is small. The girl is small.
No,
But
but-
she came from her beautiful room.
Because you don't add anything after that, that would be incomplete then, right?
If
This will be incomplete.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
If you
But
don't
what-
add anything, it will be
What if you
incomplete.
put the al on the غرفتها? So it'll be.
You can't.
Why? From
Because you cannot have,
from the room.
You cannot
from
have-
where is beautiful.
no, you cannot have, you cannot have damir. You cannot have damir and alif lam.
Oh, because of the harf
Because,
jar.
because look, a damir,
It belongs-
alif lam, these things all specify.
So because of the harf jar, we cannot have al there. Is that right?
Not because of the harf jar. You cannot have al because of the harf jar. You cannot have al because ha is already specifying. Ghurfa,
Yeah, but
tiha, her room.
that
There's
kasra
no
is
need for
only
alif
there
lam.
because of the harf jar.
Huh?
That kasra is only there
Yeah,
because of the harf
the
jar.
kasra is something else. The kasra is grammar. I'm talking to you now about the meaning.
Okay.
The meaning. Okay?
Okay.
I'm relating the alif lam with the meaning. So you know how to use alif lam. And so they get the idea of how Arabic is understood. Okay? This can not be meaning, it can be جاءت إلى غرفتها. It can be جاءت يعني it can be يعني the idea is خلاص we know mean makes this kasra. That's it. Now we want to focus on the meaning, how to construct sentences, how to understand the jumla. So we're saying al-bintu, the girl. Why? Because alif lam is showing here the. Literally gives the meaning the in this case. You're specifying.
So if I wanted to say the girl who came from the room is beautiful,
Yeah.
then what
Al-bintu, then you would say al-bintu allati ja'at
yes?
from her room is beautiful. That's what you want to say?
No, the girl is beautiful, right? The
You want to
girl
say the girl that came from her room
is beautiful.
is beautiful.
That's the one.
You say al-bintu allati ja'at min ghurfatiha
Yeah.
jamila.
Okay. So now I want to say the room is beautiful.
So you say, do you want to say that the room is
out of the beautiful room?
Huh? The girl came out of
The beautiful room.
a beautiful
The room is
room.
beautiful.
Or the beautiful room.
Al-bintu, then you wouldn't use allati.
Oh, okay.
You'd say al-bintu ja'at min ghurfatin. You wouldn't say ghurfatiha. A room which is beautiful. You're not saying her room,
Yeah.
you're saying a room which is beautiful.
Oh.
So al-bintu ja'at min ghurfatin, because kasra ghurfatin min ghurfatin.
Yeah.
It's kasra.
Okay, yeah.
Tanween kasra or kasra. Min ghurfatin, but it's not alif lam. It's nakira. It's tanween. So you're not specifying anything yet. Al-bintu ja'at min ghurfatin wa jamila.
Yeah, okay.
Al-bintu ja'at min ghurfatin jamilatin.
So basically it speaks of allati. Okay, that
Yeah.
sentence is the way it is.
Yes.
Yes, okay, I get it.
So the
Do you understand?
fi'l we haven't learned, just for
Yes,
where
this
you.
is just extra
This is just-
information.
this is like
So
extra.
the jitu and ja'at, the root word is jitu or
The root word is ja'a.
ja'a.
Yes.
Ja'at.
Ja'a is the origin. Huwa ja'a. He came. We'll get into the fi'l. That's a fi'l is a big door.
Oh man. Okay.
And we always start with the fi'l, we always start with huwa. That's the origin. Jitu is I came. Jita, you came. Ja'at, she came. Ja'a, he came. Always we use the ja'a, the he came or he, as the origin of the fi'l, and then we derive all the rest.
Just now you mentioned huwa. So huwa is actually the ha.
No, it's different.
No, nothing to do with that.
When we get to the fi'l, you understand. Now we're on the ism. Alright, then we'll get into the fi'l. Is this all clear? Do you understand this? Does it open your mind to understanding Arabic, how the sentences are, how to understand?
Just like ya, you said is for ana. Ana, me.
The na,
Na is ours, so it's
Yes.
for nahnu. Nahnu is
Nahnu,
na.
yes.
So for ha, what is what? On the
it's
left-
not what, look, it's
It's
ha
this,
is her.
Oh, but no, I see. So.
Do you know what I mean? Her. That's why we learn in Arabic. Not everything in Arabic. That's why Arabic you cannot translate word for word and understand dama'ir. This connects to a word and it means her. It means like, right?
Something you translate through your mother language, mother tongue language. So
Yeah, it's a bit different. It's
Mm.
this is all extra. This is not extra really because we took alladhi and allati.
Mm.
We took the asma al-mawsula. So this gives you a broader idea how it's used. Okay. We're taking now the dama'ir al-muttasila. So it gives you understand how the dama'ir. A point here is that we said that the damir, when it's connected to the word, we don't use alif lam. That shows that the damir specifies also. When I say kitabuha, I'm saying her book. I'm specifying whose book. So I cannot say al-kitabuha because it's already specified, it's already associated with her. Do you get what I mean? A general rule, you cannot have damir and...
Yeah, unlike English, you can say the book is hers, right?
Yeah, it's true.
In English, in English you can, but in Arabic...
In Arabic you can, you say al-kitabu laha. Laha. But in this case, the damir is not connected to the word book. Laha is a different word. The damir is connected to the lam, la. We call this lam
belonging to...
the belonging lam. It belongs to someone. Lahu. Al-kitabu lahu. Al-kitabu laka. It's saying like saying kitabuka. I can also say al-kitabu laka. The book is yours.
You're not repeating it twice. Right? You're not repeating it twice.
That's different. It's the same ha, hu, he, it's the same damir, but we're not adding the damir to al-kitab because it has alif lam. So we add it to the lam al-milkiyah, which is the ownership lam. The lam we use to show that somebody owns something. Okay? Finished here? Actually, today I wanted to go through the dama'ir al-munfasila. But it's good we did this anyway. This is good. It opens up the brain, opens up the mind to see how we construct sentences in Arabic. Okay, so how? So you understand all the dama'ir, Farhan?
Yeah.
Because we took this already in the last lesson, so we're just revising now. Now we have him, his, or he. Then we have hers, ha, laha. Then now we want to say, now we're talking about, these are all what? Al-ghaib. Person who's not present. Or we are not speaking to directly. Now we want to say, those two, them two. We say, lahuma. Or huma. Huma. Huma.
So it would be theirs, right? Theirs.
Theirs. Their two meaning. Meaning like هذان كأسان لهما. Belongs to them two. I've put the huma on the lam al-milkiyah. Right? Huma. Then we have hum. Like we have kum, we have hum. Like we have kuma, we have huma. So the ha is a sign of the ghaib. And the kaf is a sign of the mukhatab, al-mukhatab. So it's easy, just like kaf is a sign of the mukhatab, the person you're speaking to, and ha is the sign of the al-ghaib. And that's why if we're speaking about females which are not present, more than 2, 3 or more, we say hunna. Same like kunna, but because they're not present, we say hunna. Okay, that's 12 dama'ir. We call these dama'ir al-ghaib. Al-ghaib.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Curious. Curious.
Maybe we can ask Brother Najib.
After the class.
Maybe after the class.
Let me see.
Okay, Brother Zaidi asking, what is this? Maqam into someone.
The Imam Shafi's place.
Maqam what?
Never saw that. Never saw that.
Shafi'i, is that what it says?
Is that what it said?
Yeah, do they have that? Because I
There's Maqalat Maqam Ibrahim
Ibrahim right in front of them. This one is on the side.
on the side, yeah.
This which what is
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. That's a good question.
This is an illustration from Singapore, I was in. Yeah.
Is that?
You can see from the
Yeah,
back.
that's where the school of Imam Shafi used to be.
Maybe. Because look, it says
Not his
Musalla
school, but the
Maliki.
representation, so the full.
Musalla Hanbali. So I think this was in the time when in the Kaaba there was a time in the Haram where all the different madahib used to, because they pray differently, the different opinions, they used to pray, they never used to pray all together. There was a time in the Kaaba where every madhab would pray with their own madhab. So maybe this is what, look, Musalla al-Maliki, meaning that's where the Malikiya pray. And Musalla al-Hanbali, where the Hanabila used to pray.
I mean, they used to pray together, but it's just their school. That's where they used to get their teachings from.
No, they used to pray separately.
So,
There used to be division in the Haram.
4 Jamats?
Yeah, I think this was the time before Sheikh Muhammad ibn Abdul Wahhab. That time when he came and all the Arabs were disunited. And so even when the people came, they were disunited, right? Then when he came, the time when he came, he actually united all the Arabs, all the tribes. At his time, he united all the tribes. So I think this might be the Shafi'i, maybe. Yes, subhanAllah, they used to pray all separately. And then they joined together.
I'm curious. You're like, what?
But how did you notice that? You're just looking at it and you saw, like, what's this building?
Oh, I've never seen this.
Yeah, but because this is something
This one can
that
make sense. Okay, this done okay. But this.
Yeah, different areas.
I've got a photograph of it.
Yeah.
Of what it looked like with all the. And the Imam Shafi had the biggest building.
Maybe
And
that's
it
it.
was on stilts.
Yeah, that's probably the one.
So you could still do tawaf and then.
So now they don't have this anymore.
No.
No, of course not. Even this was there before for the khutbah. You know this one here.
Right.
They used to have this one here last